Welcome everyone to the meeting of the Board of County Supervisors for May 20th, 2008. With liberty and justice for all. Before we begin, I just want to make one thing clear. There's a misunderstanding on my part. There will be no illegal immigration vote today or a public policy discussion with regard to that. We're going to move on now to the approval of the minutes for May 6th, 2008.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, my name is Greg Letiecq. I reside in the Gainesville district. I am the president of Help Save Manassas, which came to you in January of this year to discuss the problem with day labor sites that are operating in the county. We documented several of these day labor sites, as well as had people who had been attacked by day laborers describe to you personally what resulted when they went to attempt to document the problem that was there. Since that time, we have seen some improvement in the situation, particularly in the Woodbridge district. It's of note that Supervisor Principi, in a recent letter to his constituents that's undated, had indicated that he was dedicated to the elimination of day labor sites in Prince William County. I would hope that the board here will join Supervisor Principi in their opposition to these unlawful gatherings, which tend to violate both state and federal law, and urge you to take effective action. Should this not happen, as we've seen over the past months, where many of these sites have continued to operate with very little supervision from the police department, it will be incumbent upon the citizens, if the police are unwilling to enforce the law, to go and personally document the violations of state and federal law that regularly occur at these locations. The citizens are the last bastion of our democracy, and should our government fail us, it falls upon us as responsible members of this community to ensure that we document violations of the law and forward those violations to the appropriate state and federal authorities, to include the Internal Revenue Service, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Virginia board that manages the licensing and bonding of contractors in the county, or in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Should the county fail to act in this regard, there's no other choice to ensure that the rule of law is adhered to, but to have citizens go and document these frequent and consistent violations of the law and forward them to the proper authorities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Letiecq.
Good afternoon. I do not cut grass, by the way. As the largest trade association in Prince William County, representing 2,275 realtors and 110 affiliates, the Realtors Association of Prince William commends the county leadership for taking a proactive approach in addressing the daunting issue of the increased number of foreclosures in our community. The issue of escalating foreclosures is certainly evident in the national market, but has been exacerbated locally by a variety of factors. While most experts agree that the real estate market is typically a cyclical one, there are steps that organizations and political bodies can take that can have an impact on the market. For example, Fannie Mae and soon to follow Freddie Mac recently lifted the declining market label approach and replaced it with the unified down payment approach for all zip codes in the country. This just happened last week. This change will undoubtedly lessen the financial burden on qualifying buyers in the near term. Realtors believe in the benefits of home ownership, especially for hardworking citizens of the county workforce. Teachers and first responders, such as firefighters, police officers, and nurses, form the foundation of our community. As part of our partnership with the Prince William County Schools, the Realtors are working towards educational programs to help prospective teachers understand the benefits of living and working in this county. However, our association was not invited to be a participant on the task force which developed these recommendations, nor were we asked to comment directly on the report when released. While there appears to be a considerable amount of work and thought involved in the production of the report and recommendations, we cannot in good conscience evaluate its merits or effects without additional examination and input from our members. Because the realtor is at the center of the real estate transaction, it would be critical to the successful implementation of this program to seek a